Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie for Game Boy. In the last episode, we took on the first three stages, which are all on the top of these little stack of squares here. And now we're going to take on the bottom squares in that stack, starting with Goldar. Anybody remember Goldar? I sure do. Let's go kick his butt. And I'm going to play as Tommy this time. Now, when you play as Tommy, everything doesn't turn white. Instead, you actually have this nice shade of gold, which is pretty cool. As I was practicing these levels, I found out that 3 of the Rangers play one way, and the other 3 play another. Yellow, black, and pink are slightly weaker, but can jump higher, while red, white, and blue, they can't jump as high, but they're slightly more powerful. So it's a good thing I'm playing as Tommy, because it does help to have a strong character to face Goldar, as you'll see later on. But yeah, apparently I was mistaken when I did some research on the game to see if there was any research done on the game. Apparently somebody did it long before I did this Let's Play, and well, there you go. Anyway, only thing you really need to know about this section: these stair sections, the putties won't show up. That's pretty much all you need. And now we got these vertical sections. I believe this is the first of 2, and it has these rocks from the second stage. Again, wait for them to completely disappear, so that way you can go on your way. And on these, you want to jump and then quickly move to the right. Sometimes the jumping doesn't act like it should, so you want to keep that in mind. Thankfully, in case you die on those, you can go right back to where you left off when you pick your ranger again, and you can just try it again. And now we got these guys, these little jetpack putties. And you know what? I should change the ranger form, because that will allow me to take care of these 2 guys. They will fly around, they do drop bombs like this, and they do destroy these little bridge platform things, forcing you to jump between platforms, which is something I don't like doing. And also have these things. They shoot low first, and they shoot high. Regardless of whether you're a ninja or a Power Ranger, they take 2 hits to kill regardless. And now we have another vertical section, which will probably give you motion sickness from me playing it. But since we're Power Rangers and not ninjas here, we can take care of these guys in 1 hit. These guys also have a kick attack too, but I rarely see it. I see the bomb attack more than I see the kick attack. They just dive downward and try to kick you. And it's a good thing I got a lot of power, because, well, I want to fill that power meter up. Took me a while to figure out how to fight Goldar on the practice run, but I managed to figure it out pretty quickly after not playing it for so long. And thankfully I have my power meter filled up. So it's time for me to make my move. There we... Whoa! I don't even know how I did that. I have never done that move before, where he just stands in place and punches. I can't even find anything about that on GameFAQs. But apparently it did a lot of damage. I only did it once before, and that was on the practice run, but I've never done that before. Maybe somebody will tell me about it in the comments. But anyway, basically what I did was I used my dash attack to get to Goldar and then try to do as much damage as possible. Just mash the buttons. And apparently I didn't even have to use my Dino Bomb or anything. If you're playing as the yellow, blue, or pink Rangers, you can actually leap up to the platform in the center of the room and then try to get away from him and then hit him, jump back up, wait for him to do the teleportation, then repeat. Goldar has 3 attacks. He can do the teleportation, which he did just before I finished him off. Slash his sword in place repeatedly. And he can also do a dashing thrust, which can do quite a bit of damage and knock you to the ground. Now, if you're playing as a red, white, or blue rangers, you can't jump up to that platform, so you're better off doing what I did if you're playing as one of them. Might as well get that out of the way before we did Stage 5, where we take on Lord Zedd himself. And I'm going to go ahead and play as Adam, the Black Ranger. And yeah, you can see right there that he jumps higher than Tommy does. I'm surprised I never really picked that up about the game as a kid. It's kind of like what I've seen Retro Macintosh say in some of his recent videos. It's amazing what you pick up on as an adult that you never pick up on as a kid. Speaking of things to pick up on, jump over these gaps. I mean, that's pretty easy to pick up on, but please pick up on that. Also, I like the use of... It feels like the use of foreground elements. It probably doesn't, but I do like the fact that this level does that. I want to think it's a combination of an apartment and a construction site. I don't really know where we are, but I like it. And we've already got enough power to transform into a ranger, which is really nice. You know what? I'm just going to transform into a ranger now. And right here in this little vertical section, all you do is drop down, and you watch out for these guys that just shoot at you. And you better be ready to jump as soon as you hit the next level, because the putties will immediately shoot at you with these rocket launchers right away. I also want to see how much power I can get, too. Maybe I can't. I probably can fill up my Dino Bomb. Went a little too far to the right, and I can't pick up those lightning bolts. Oh well. I could probably pick up those. Yep, I can pick up those. Good. But yeah, these two stages that I played so far are pretty much more of the same. A little bit of having to jump over gaps or upstairs in these two stages, but other than that, it's just by the numbers, go to the right and punch as many things as you can sort of gameplay. It can get repetitive, but it can make for a nice mindless diversion. And now we're on an elevator, so we need to go ahead and fight off these guys as we can, and hopefully we can get some power-ups while doing this too. And interestingly, as you can pretty much tell very easily here, we won't have a second putty show up until we grab those lightning bolts, or a heart in case there is one there. And why am I getting my butt kicked here? That's not cool. Anyway, we got this Eagle mini-boss. Eagle mini-boss has two attacks, that dive tackle I just saw, as well as the three-way laser beam that it shoots downward. What's really funny is that as soon as it does the dive attack, I can just go left to center and just fight that thing off straight away. Now we got these things. These are actually little robots that shoot lasers at you if you leave them on screen long enough. And I'm going to go ahead and try to fight as many of them as I can. Well, I thought I could get a health power-up out of them, but I could get it out of these guys. Remember, you want to duck again when facing off against these little skeleton guys, so that way they can't hurt you. In case they do go through you, just keep waiting there. Okay, I did not expect him to do that. Apparently he landed on the platform right on time. I was headed to the right. If they go through you, those little skeleton guys, just keep ducking. They'll apparently appear on the other side, and you can eventually hit them anyway. Now we got Lord Zedd. Lord Zedd will teleport around, and if you're kind of sort of next to him, he'll eventually stop blinking, and then you can hit him. I haven't fought this guy in so long, and yet even on the practice run, I still had it. If he's right in front of you, he'll hit you with his staff, but he can also shoot projectiles at you. But his attacks are pretty easy to avoid either way. You can hit him before he hits you in close range very easily, and you can jump over the projectiles that he sends at you. So, very easy boss Lord Zedd is. Not what you'd expect out of him. And the final password, 0411. You'll always get that when you complete all 5 stages before the final one. Very easy password to remember. And now we got Ivan Ooze. Ooh boy. Because I haven't played as her yet, we're going to be playing as Kimberly. She definitely was one of my favorite rangers from back in the day. And now, it's time to fight off some more putties. Let's see how much power I can get here. I'm almost as excited as I was in the first video. I mean, I was probably a little all over the place on the first video to the point that it was overwhelming. Also, to go up these little platforms here, just keep holding right when you can't move anymore, and then press B, and while holding right, and you should eventually just get your way in there. And I don't need those. Okay, no more showing up, so I might as well go ahead and transform into a ranger. Now, this is probably longer than all the other stages combined. Maybe. Because this is the boss rush. Now, you can fight these guys. Oh, I avoided it. Apparently I was wrong on that front, too. You can fight these guys as ninjas and not rangers. Like in your unmorphed forms. But you will do less damage. So you definitely want to actually fight the putties on the first screen. And then morph before you get over here. That was amazing. I dodged that punch. I don't know why. Also, my voice is now as high as it was when I was doing Fester's Quest. Now these guys are going to start popping up. First and fourth. And I shouldn't have turned around. I should have just kept doing it like this. Just let them walk past you. As I said in Stage 5. They'll eventually be right in front of you like you want them. And you can knock them down. And we got flamethrowers here too. And I also did the somersault thing too. The main difference is, the main problem with it is, rather, is that if you do it, the camera doesn't center itself when you land. And you have to stand there and wait for it to do that before you can move on your own safely again. Also, those were some nasty jumps. If you're unsure, be sure to duck down so you try to take as little damage as possible. And press B and then hold the direction on the control pad that you want to go, so that way you go where you want to go. Also, I wouldn't do a running jump after landing on the ground because, again, the jumping controls in this game are a bit iffy. And here's an alternate strategy that I could have also done on Stage 2. Because I'm playing as either yellow, blue, or pink rangers, I can just do this and avoid the little three-way shot entirely. Also, it appears I can't hit this guy on the way down. I can't hit the Tango Queen on the way down, only on the way back up. Yeah, I definitely can only hit them on the way back up. But at least I'm not getting hit. Okay, I was mistaken. If you're fast enough, you can hit them on the way down. But you're more than likely just going to hit them while standing on the edge on their way back up. Well, it's a good thing I'm playing as Pink Ranger. And I have that higher jump. Well, I off-screened that flamethrower, so that wasn't too bad. Now it's time to take on the Rat King. Easy as ever. Remember, if you know how to face the bosses the first time, you know how to face them the second time. really mowing through this game. I played through this game as a kid. I also played through it like once or twice while I was an adult, too. So it really hasn't been 20 years since I last played it, but I did play it 20 years ago. Got it as a Christmas present along with mine from Power Rangers Fighting Edition. And I can't believe I was talking to the point that I forgot what I was doing. So that's how I pretty much grew up with the game. I actually got it the year it came out for Christmas. And I don't think I ever played through it completely until like maybe 96, and then I managed to beat it on my own. Thankfully, in case you get knocked to the ground, you don't go very far. I'm gonna wait for this thing to stop. And I'm gonna wait near the edge here. There we go. Alright. Oh, okay, I kinda see what I was doing. Also, again, I could have used the platform. Apparently, because I kept pressing B like that, I apparently seem to have done like some secret move that I don't even know about. I don't even remember the manual even mentioning something like that. Yes, I had the manual for the game as a kid. Who knows where it went off to. But we've already taken care of Goldar faster than I expected to get past them. And I can't get that heart. Beautiful. I'm gonna despawn that heart and then try to get another set of hearts here. Maybe I can get some life here. Who knows? There we go. Maybe I can get another one. Can I get lucky? And we probably got to deal with more of these guys too. Maybe. No? Okay, I expected those guys to pop out of the wall there. But we do have Lord Zedd to contend with as part of the finale of this boss rush. And I can just get out of the way just enough I can hit him. Don't know why that took too long. But I'm hitting them pretty quickly now. Seem to be getting the correct distance you need to get him to stop flashing down to a science. There we go. And that's pretty much it for the boss rush. But we still got some things to do, such as avoiding fireballs. We also have those eyes that pop up as enemies too. I think they go down in one hit if you're playing as a Power Ranger. You have to wait for them to open first before you can hit them. And you don't want them touching you because they will do damage. And I just did something dumb there. Great, I just died. If you lose all your health or if you fall into a pit, you die. And you go to a continue screen, and then you pick your Power Ranger again, and then you pretty much start back the area where you died. Thankfully, we don't have to fight any of those bosses again, and we don't have to go through any other parts of the stage again. We just go straight here. I knew I should have stopped at the edge of that platform. And these guys take 3 hits if you're in ninja form. That's just great. That's the last time I tried to do a running jump in this game. Also, it should be pretty obvious that you should be avoiding the fireballs here too. Man, this part was longer than I remember it being. And I have to get rid of this guy if I want to continue on. That's just great. There we go. Now we can go to the right. And now we are in the final section of the game. And I'm going to have to collect some power here before I can finally face Ivan Ooze in his own little chamber himself. And we're nearing 20 minutes, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try. There we go. I'm going to go over here, pause the game, and then stop this video and pretty much leave you hanging for the final one, hopefully, where I take on Ivan Ooze himself and finally beat this game. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!